Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the normal, regular video we have every Thursday. It is the Thursday State of the Association address for the Eden Wellness Alliance, and we are going to be going and we're going to be going over a video that's not a video, a article that will give you 3 ways to improve your gut health this summer. And we're going to be doing that because next week, and this leads into our announcements, next week we're going to be at the Egg and I, and the event is going to be basically me talking about gut health, and in that one it's going to be some specific things with essential oils as well, or things from doTERRA, but also it may contain some of this information that we're going to go over today. So it will be good to come to even if you do watch today's video, which is what today's video is kind of a prequel or a preamble to next week's uh, Egg and I. And for those that want to know, the Egg and I happens happens next Tuesday. Excuse me, blah, 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 not every Tuesday. It happens next Tuesday, the 13th. It is going to be at the Egg and I. It is going to be technically a doTERRA event. We will talk about essential oils, but we will talk, like I said, about the actual article, not the article, but the subject of the article, which is gut health during the summer. And we'll talk about that. So that's what we're going to go over then. It is from you can get there at about 10:30 to get your food and stuff like that, but it starts at about 11 and goes to 2 o'clock. I will speak until 1 ish, a little before 1, but it will go until 2 o'clock for those to ask questions afterwards and things like that. So that's happening next week. We are going to be. We always like to announce also our event, the CRN event, and it's going to be every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, the Sweet Bay Coffee there in Fort Smith, across from Creekmore Park. I was getting my brain was like tick, 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 not working appropriately at that moment. But we're on track now. So that is all that I know of coming up next week. Oh wait, there actually is an event happening at the Church of Christ in Dayton. It is a ladies' event. I don't have a lot of information about it, but if you're a lady and you want to go and you want to try out the ladies' event and see and you know talk and network with your other fellow ladies, then might want to get a hold of some individuals about that one. You could possibly get a hold of Jackie, my mom, at her normal information, or if you want to, you can just send us some information, some questions over here, and we can find that information for you. But you got to do it before Saturday. I'm not going to look on Saturday. You got to do it before Saturday. I think it starts like 10 or 10:30 or something like that. But again, I will get you some information on that if you want it. But that happens this Saturday. It's always fun to have those different little things come up. That's everything I have for announcing today. So let's go ahead and move over to our article. And as it is titled, of course, 3 ways to improve your gut health this summer. The original article was on a Tuesday, December 20th, 2016, which is kind of odd that you would have a December 2016 article on summer, but hey, maybe it was. Oh wait, this is. You guys can't see it, but it's an Australian. It's .au. I think that's Australia. It is OverSixty.com, but it's the .au version that I ended up pulling up. So that's why it's in the summer, because technically our seasons are reversed, if I remember right, if I'm remembering how the seasons work. So Southern Hemisphere gets summer when we get winter, therefore this would be during their summer. So there you go. All right, we figured that out. live on air. But let's go ahead and get into the article. How about that? So, gut health has been at the forefront of health news for quite some time now, and for good reason. It actually plays a huge role in our overall health and wellness. Good gut health is heavily dependent on the balance of bacteria present in our digestive tract. The presence of a sufficient amount of good bacteria helps regulate our immune system and support good digestion. So, this as warmer weather rolls around and the desire to clear out our homes comes in, it's a good idea to do the same for our bodies. OverSixty spoke to bioceuticals dietitian and nutritionist Belinda Reynolds, who gave us her top 3 tips on how we can look out how we can look after our gut health this summer. And so she goes into it. I would like to touch on this idea that they allude to right. So as the warmer weather rolls in and the desire to clear out our homes comes in, it's a good idea to do the same for our bodies. So when you get, you hear about spring cleaning and fall and stuff like that, that is actually a good time to not just clean your house, but clean your physical house too, because a lot of people have allergies come up during that. And when we were going over our allergy talk, we talked about how it's not necessarily the influx of pollen, but rather our body's clogged up ability to deal with it that makes it such a problem for us. So looking at that and understanding that, oh, I can clean out when that's happening. Yes, you can. It's a good time to do a cleanse of some kind. So the first one, add probiotics to your diet. Probiotics are beneficial microorganisms naturally found in the gut that improve the balance of healthy bacteria. A probiotic-rich diet can help strengthen your immune system and help ease the symptoms of an unbalanced gut. There are quite a few food sources of probiotics. Try natural Greek yogurt. Is that how they spell yogurt down there? Or is that just a typo? Someone in the comments can let me know. Fermented vegetables or tempeh. For a for a more therapeutic dose of probiotics, speak to your healthcare practitioner about a high-quality, multi-strain probiotic supplement. Probiotics should be part of your regular gut health regimen, but are especially beneficial if you've recently taken a course of antibiotics. And that is because antibiotics kill all biotics. They don't care if it's good biotics or bad biotics. And sometimes it's an overgrowth of good biotics too. You want to have a balance of biotics, which is why we talked about when we were talking about probiotics specifically, getting that um, getting that wide range of probiotics. That's a very big deal. That can make a big difference in your body's health and wellness. So having that wider range is good. Number 2, stress less. While it may seem unbelievable that your gut can be linked to your stress levels, digestion is controlled by your entire nervous system. When stress activates your fight or flight responses in your nervous system, your digestive process can be interrupted and it can also exacerbate other gastrointestinal issues. Practicing 3 deep breaths felt right down to your abdominal muscles lowers your stress levels. Take your deep breaths through the nose, counting to 4, then exhale again through the nose for another count to 4. It may sound simple, but over time, it can do wonders for relaxing your body and mind, and is especially effective before bed. And the breathing that they're talking about here is called Foursquare breathing. You breathe in for 4, you breathe out for 4, you hold it out for 4, and then you uh, breathe in for 4 again. No, I'm messing that up. In, out, no, in, hold, out, hold. That's what I was doing wrong. So you breathe in for 4, hold it in for 4, breathe out for 4, hold it out for 4, and then you breathe in again. You practice that cycle, and that's called Foursquare breathing. It's very beneficial, and lots of yoga and different mediums like that will use it as a practice. As far as the stress levels related to your um, digestion, yes, that's the case. Definitely, you definitely have. There's definitely lots of links between stress and uh, health like that regarding your ability to digest things appropriately. So, paying attention to that, paying attention to your stress levels, keeping them low, as well as understanding that we often stress about things we don't even need to really stress about. Uh, a final note on the breathing that they're talking about, when they're talking about feeling it right down in your abdominal muscles, that's called abdominal breathing. It's when your belly goes out before your chest goes out. So when you breathe in and you let your belly go out first, that signals to the belly, it signals those muscles down there to activate, but it also signals to the intestines that you are not in defense mode, that you are in repair mode, you are in digestion mode. So that makes a large difference um, for the effectiveness of that breath as a relaxer. Because if you just breathe up here in your chest, if you just go and your shoulders move like that a lot, you're signaling to your body that, hey, I am in fight or flight mode. Because up here, it's very athletic, it's very defensive. But if you breathe here first, and the belly goes out first, that's signaling, okay, let's get the oxygen down here, let's digest down here. This is repair mode. This is health mode. This is where you need to stay. If you catch yourself breathing up here a lot, switch it. Make a conscious switch to belly breaths and try to keep it that way. And that can really make a difference on keeping those cortisol levels and other stress hormones down. All right, the last tip they give is hydration is key. Your body is more than 60% water, and your gut needs this water to help bacteria and waste traveling through your digestive system, which, amongst other things, helps avoid unpleasant side effects such as constipation and bloating. It may be tempting to hydrate with sugary drinks like soft drinks, but try to resist the urge. These contribute towards feeding bad gut bacteria in the bowel. Opt for fresh water instead. In their italicized final text, they say, always read the label and use only as directed if you are experiencing any unusual gut symptoms that are of concern. Always remember to check with your healthcare professional. All right, so this last one's kind of ambiguous and a bit all over the place. So you are 60% water, blah, 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 blah. But the idea, it's not the fact that sugary drinks feed the bacteria. Okay, sugar feeds all bacteria. It's some gets prioritized more than others, depending on what you're eating and how you're eating it. It's more to the idea of you don't get hydrated when you drink sugary drinks because the water is used by your body to process that sugary drink, and oftentimes is not enough. Like for soda or a really sugary drink, you're not getting hydrated when you drink it. Sugar is a substance that the body really has to dilute to appropriately digest and work through the system. It needs a lot of water to go with it. Well, that water is oftentimes, especially in things like soda, you're drinking a chemical cocktail that your body needs water to digest out and filter out. You have to drink twice as much water sometimes compared to the soda that you drink just to get it out of your system effectively, just to properly digest it through this, process it through the system. So the idea that hydration is key and you don't need soft drinks, yeah, that's because there's no water in soft drinks that your body can use to hydrate. The only thing that hydrates you, and this is something I tell people all the time when they start talking about water, and we mentioned it actually, this CRN, if you want to go back and look at that. If I remember right, we did while we were on camera. We mentioned some stuff off camera. Is that water is the only thing that hydrates you. Tea doesn't hydrate you. Lemonade doesn't hydrate you. Water hydrates you. At least not to the degree at which it's credited. Only water hydrates you. And that's because water is the only thing that your body uses as its ability to process the other stuff. Like lemonade, in our example here, it's got to use some of that water that's in the lemonade to process the sugar that's in the lemonade, and then also the nutrients from the lemon, from the lemonade, the stuff you find in it. See, what you find in a drink is going to make a difference of whether your body's going to be able to effectively use all of that water that's found in it. So when you're drinking something and it is not just water, your body doesn't treat it like anything. It doesn't treat it like water. Your body treats it like soup. So we'll go ahead and come off of our little spot here and go onto our regular display. If you're drinking water, you're getting hydrated. But if you're drinking anything else, your body treats it like we said, a soup. Even if it's just a little bit of water with some lemon and some sugar in it, that's not much. Or a tea, even if it's just black tea, even if you're just drinking some regular old tea, no sugar, no nothing, it's still got to use some of that water to digest it, because that's a soup to your body. We call it a tincture, but it's a soup. It is, well, depending on the tea, sometimes they categorize some teas under distillations. But aside from that, it is a soup to your body. The coffee is a soup to your body. You won't get hydrated with coffee. You won't get hydrated with tea. You won't get hydrated with anything but water. As long as you remember that as a kind of rule, you're able to have a better understanding of hydration and what your body needs. We can do a whole thing on hydration and how to properly do it, but that's not what we're doing today. Today we covered, like we said, a few tips, just 3, to help improve your gut health this summer. Final rulings on this one, it's alright. It's kind of limited. It doesn't give you a lot of information. Greek yogurt is pretty good as far as the probiotic recommendation, except that you got to make sure you're not getting fruit-filled or fruit or sugared yogurt, because that doesn't really promote the same bacteria growth that you're wanting. You want just flat yogurt if you're going to eat yogurt, and then you add other stuff to it. That's the best way to do yogurt. But fermented vegetables are really good. Sauerkraut and different things like that are good. Those do provide some probiotics that are good. So, and it's important to incorporate probiotics into your diet. Don't just supplement them. Put them into your diet so you can get a good blend of different strands in your system. The stress less is always a good idea, and the hydration is always a good idea. So, all in all, no real enlightening necessarily information. Nothing unique to this article anyway. Its presentation is fair though. So I mean, it's one of those mediocre ones that you're going to find, simply because it doesn't give you a lot. You don't have any references, and it just talks about talking to a dietitian and a nutritionist, which is fine, but drink more, stress less, and eat probiotics. That's their 3 recommendations. With the space they use, they really could have done a lot more, in my opinion. But They could have put more things in here. Put 5 or 6 things if they were just going to do things like that that are so basic. So anyway, that is our event for today. I hope everyone has enjoyed and at least got something out of it. Um, and we will have to see you next time. So, as always, thank you for watching the Interplanar Crossroads. No, thank you for what was the wrong thing. Thank you for watching the Eden Wellness Alliance. We will be contactable at any of these portions right here if you want to contact us. Leave a comment, question, uh, observation, anything like that, and we will talk to you next time. As always, have a great day, God bless, and enjoy. Bye.